All right, so we're moving right along here. Right now, we're going to add a simple product in WooCommerce. So a simple product in WooCommerce is just that. It's a product without variations. So typically what you're gonna have in a simple product format is the title of the product, the description of the product, and the images of the product, and the price. So it's nothing fancy, it's a simple product as it suggests, as the name suggests. So underneath the WooCommerce tab, you're gonna see something here called products, okay? This tab here is associated to WooCommerce. So we're just gonna hover over it and we're gonna click on Add New. Once we add new, we're gonna enter in our title. So remember our demo store, I'm building a tennis pro shop, right? So I'm just going to enter in the name of a racket for this demonstration. So Babolat Pure Aero 25. So this right here in this field, you're going to put your long description. So your long description is going to be all the features of the products, usually text that you want the users to see. And then the short description, what the actual users see adjacent to the product image on the left. And then the short description is usually to the right. And we'll see how this is demonstrated when we actually start filling out this information. And then we have our price, we have our product data here. So this is our simple product. We have our regular price, and then we have our sale price. So if you put a regular price here, I'm sure you've seen this on websites, where normally you're selling an item for a specific price, and then if it's on sale, it usually will cross out the regular price, and they will show the customer on the front end of the website what the sale price is, right? Just so they know they're getting a good bargain. So we can see this illustrated as well. And then we have our product categories, which go here. Our product tags go here. We'll describe what that is. And then the corresponding images to the product would go here. So we can add multiple images, multiple angles. Now, as far as the theme controls go in the product display page, this is some theme styling that was added from Woodmart to the WooCommerce products display page, right? So in this case, our page here where we're creating a simple product. If you want to learn more about how you can change the header to look different for different products, you can take a look at the Woodmart theme information inside the package. So you should see a little help file in the package you downloaded for this particular theme. But the rest of this are these theme options. So we won't go over all of them because this is expressed in the documentation you got from the file you downloaded. So let's get to it. I'm going to put in a long description here. So the long description is going to be the product description. So I'm just going to copy and paste this here. So anything you want to communicate to the customer, okay, about the product in this long essay form. I'm using Grammarly to do some of the spell check, so I recommend that as well. You just want to make sure you're using proper grammar. Okay. So when we come down here, this is when we start to add, actually, excuse me here. The actual images, the product images we set here. This is a theme, another function of the Woodmart theme, where you can have a 360 gallery view. So it's sort of like where you hover over the product and you can get like a 360 spin on the product. I'm sure you've seen this it's really popular on like automobile websites, right? Where you can get a 360 view of what the car looks like. But anyways, to actually set the product images is here. So you have an option of setting a featured image, right? So the featured image is going to be the first image that your customer sees, and then the gallery images. So I'll show you how this is illustrated. So now that we have our long description, let's set the product image. So this is going to be the featured image, what the user sees at first, which will be this right here. And then we can add our gallery images. Again, you'll see this illustrated when we get to the client side front end. Okay, so the front end of the page, you'll see how all of this is expressed. So I'm just going to select all of these right now. The thing that's really cool about WordPress WooCommerce is the media library and how you can manipulate media is very dynamic when compared to other content management systems. So we have our featured item, what the featured image, what the customer sees at first, and then the gallery images. So this racket is $250, and hypothetically, just for this demonstration, we're gonna offer it for $175. Okay. So we wanna make sure when we come down here to product data that it's a simple product. It is not virtual and downloadable. It's a physical product. Okay. There's nothing else we need to do here. But if you have, well, actually, if you have inventory and you have a SKU number, you can put that in here. So we'll just put that there. Stock status is in stock, sold individually. Now, with inventory, you might want to actually write this down, because if you're dealing with let's say virtual inventory where you're actually reselling this product or drop shipping, this is useful. Okay, this is useful. So putting the actual amount in stock is useful. But if you, let's say you have, you're selling this physically, you store this product, you might want to put something like what the actual amount is, so that when this sells out, the WooCommerce will take down the product and delist it so that the user doesn't see it on the front end. So yes, inventory is important. Now, additional shipping should have been set already when we talked about our general settings in WooCommerce and setting up shipping classes. So there's nothing you need to do here. Linked products, okay? If you want to upsell to a more expensive product, this will, at checkout, show the user a product that would be, let's say, in addition to this product, be maybe a more expensive racket with, in our case specifically, a more expensive racket with better technology. You can upsell here. Cross sells would be something like related products, right? The Woodmart theme comes with a automated engine that would recommend products in the same category. But if you wanted a little bit more flexibility where you wanted to do some cross-selling and upselling, this gives you that. We don't need to add attributes because this is a simple product. There's nothing we need to do really here in advanced, and there's nothing we really need to do here. Okay. WooCommerce has some other features and some other plugins, but for instance, the one-page checkout, this is something that is actually inherent that comes with the Woodmart theme. Okay, so our product short description, we can enter here. So the product short description typically is the product attributes, the length of the product, the strung weight, the balance, the swing weight. All of these things are, for our demo store, are vital to, in this case specifically, a tennis racket, right? The customer wants to know the head size, the length size, balance. So if you're selling other items, the product attributes, meaning the features of the products, right? The statistics of the product, okay, you want to put in the short description. So we haven't created categories yet, but we can do that right here. WooCommerce gives us the flexibility to actually create product categories in the product description and in the actual product configurator. So this is a racket, so we're just going to put racket. I always butcher that spelling, but now this is a standalone category. It's not a parent category, meaning it's not a subcategory. We're just going to add the new category there, okay? And WooCommerce will automatically select this as part of being part of the racket category. This is important because when the user interfaces with our website and they're looking at menu items and how things are organized, WooCommerce is going to know that this is associated to a racket. So if we want to use something like tags, where the customer wants to click on a tag, okay, and they think of a tag as a hashtag, right, on social media, where we can fork related information, right? This is helpful to have the category selected, because if you don't, your store is going to be unorganized, right? So we're also going to put a product tag. So we're going to use two. We're going to do a brand name tag, and then we're also going to do the racket tag. Okay, we're gonna add that, and then we're gonna add the brand name. So this is a Babolat racket. Now the tags are going to be whatever you choose to put, okay? So when we see this as a product illustrated on the product display page, I'll show you how all of this works together. Now, as far as header options, again, these are theme settings inherent to Woodmart. This is not a WooCommerce thing. So for right now, we're done adding a simple product. Now, if you want to know what all of these extra features do, like adding a video to a product, et cetera, you can look at the Woodmart documentation to better enhance the product display page. So we're done now adding our simple product, and we're going to publish, and then we're going to test to see what this looks like on the front end. So now that our product has been added, we're going to click on View Product. So this is our simple product, and this is what it looks like. So when we come here, we see that we have our short description, and then we have our long description right here. Now, if you're looking at this, so as you can see, the featured image, the first image we added is here, like so. And then everything else are gallery items. So let's go and see how that looks like when we edit the product here and we go back to the product configurator, the product configuration page. You'll see that this is the featured image. It shows first, and then the gallery images. Okay, now let's go view the product like so. So now when we view the product, you see that we have our short description, which is posted first, and then our long description. Now, sometimes, and obviously you see our price, our retail price, and then our sale price. Okay, and as you can see, Woodmart automatically calculates that the customer is getting a 30% discount. And we go back, edit the product. We can see here, regular price, sale price, okay? WooCommerce also gives us an ability to schedule the sale when we want the sale price to start and end, which is a pretty cool feature. Why I love WooCommerce. Let's go back to the product display page. Let's click on View Product up here. Now, sometimes the way the short description is versus the way the long description is, if we switch these two things, sometimes it might look better aesthetically. So let's see what it looks like aesthetically. So we can interchange between our short and long description. So let's copy this, cut it, and let's place this as part of the short description, because it might look better that way, right? Let's put that here. Hit Control A to select everything here, and then we're just going to paste what we cut from the top, and then we're going to put the product statistics, the product attributes to the left of the product, and see what that looks like. Actually, as the short description, let's see what as the long description, let's see what that looks like. Copy this, and let's place this here. Let's update. And then let's view the product once this is updated. Now, once we view the product, you'll see that the text for the short description looks a little bit better versus all of these, the long description, right? So fool around with it to see what looks better. But this looks more traditional, like a traditional e-com store. Okay. So this is how you add a simple product in WooCommerce. Now, don't worry about all of this styling. This is not what our demo store is going to look like. I'm going to replace the logo. I'm going to replace all of these things. I'm going to even change the colors, okay? So if you want to learn how to do all of that for Woodmart, because that by itself can be its own course, okay? Because Woodmart is vast and it's extensive, and it's very easy to use. Just look through the documentation that was included in the download that you got from this video series.